In this video, we're gonna talk market analysis, price drops, and price rises. I wanna go over some of the statistics with you. Let's get into it, shall we? Hi folks, it's Silver Dave from local Silver Mint in Ware, New Hampshire, where we have the best selection and the lowest prices on the most wonderful silver and gold items from around the world. And we make these awesome videos that I hope you enjoy. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our videos whenever possible, and share them with your friends if you think they need to see it. On the subject of inventory, most of the local dealers and the online dealers are out of stock on the most popular bullion products. It just so happens we are not. We have plenty of inventory. We are buying, we are selling, we are trading. You want to trade gold for silver, you want to trade silver for gold, you want to trade copper for silver. We can do all those things. We do them all the time. We love to serve the customers. So just to let you know about that. Also, our bullion deposit program is fantastic. Our bullion deposit program will allow you to deposit your silver in our highly secured vault while we pay you. That's right. You deposit your silver and gain ounces while you sleep. And we flip your silver over and over again. We make money on it, and that's how you make money on it. If you have questions about it, feel free to give us a call, send us a message, let us know what your questions so we can answer them. It's been very popular, bullion deposit program. It's great, let us know. Now, with that being said, silver markets. What in the world is going on? No one actually knows. But we sort of do a little. So, in the short term, I should also mention that today is Monday. It is the 2nd of February. When this video goes out, it will be Thursday. So we don't necessarily know what's gonna happen by Thursday. By the way, see you later. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Stack it up. So we don't necessarily know what's gonna happen on a day-to-day basis. We did see that on Friday, the silver price plunged from $115 down as low as $75 in a day, but then it pulled back up into the 80s. Now, I'm not entirely surprised by this move because the price was just going up and up and up so consistently, so fast, there had to be some pullbacks. So to me, I'm not entirely surprised, though it does look like it's mostly about leveled off now. And so we'll see what's gonna happen, but I tend to think that the silver price is at a new low in the 70s. And I should also add that in this video, which I hope you enjoy, everything I say is information, facts, and/or opinions, but does not reflect financial advice. I am in no way giving financial advice because I am not a licensed financial advisor, nor am I a tax advisor. So anything I say in these videos is for information and/or entertainment, but it is not official financial advice. That being said, also that these predictions and calculations, this is not me guaranteeing that the price will do this or that. That to just make it clear, I am just giving my insights and my 2 cents, and I hope that you can use it in a way that serves you well. So with that being said, right now, we are getting closer to a central bank digital currency. And how have the dark, I call them the global power elite. Sometimes I call them the dark overlords, but they're basically the people that own the central banks, and they own the politicians because they buy the politicians and pay them to do the things that these guys want them to do, which is why I don't trust any of the politicians, because they're pretty much bought and paid for, and they're like windsock to just do whatever these guys pay them to do. So with that being said, it seems very obvious to me that the global power elite want a central bank digital currency. They want to replace the current system because the current system is archaic and harder to track, trace, and control. The digital system gives them absolutely massive control and power over the people, which I'll also add that, to me, the central bank digital currency, which I often refer to as the central bank digital slave currency, is, to me, the most dangerous thing on the planet for freedom and liberty for Americans or anyone. Once a small group of people, or men or women or lizards, whatever they are, once these guys can control what you buy, when you buy, where you buy, if you buy, once they have that power, they could make you do anything. You want food? You want groceries for your family? Here's what you have to do. Otherwise, we're not turning your wallet back on. It's so dangerous. And so to me, it's one more reason why silver bits. Silver bits is highly divisible silver bullion that allows you to buy things regardless of the condition of the financial system or internet access. Securely, privately, you can literally just hand it to a guy in trade for goods and services. And so to me, it is so important that people have a portion of their stack in little pieces, such as silver bits. And that's why I've been so obsessed with fractional or barter silver. Our silver bits are flying off the shelves at an incredible rate. And that's why we have our new factory coming online in a few months to allow us to increase our production capacity. Our mission is to make and sell billions, that's billions with a B, billions of silver bits. We want to make so many bits, silver bits, that they're in people's couches, in between the cushions, in the ashtray. They find them in the floor when they sweep. They're like, oh, honey, I found a couple silver bits in the dirt here. They roll down the floor and you find them and your kids are playing with them and finding them in their ears and whatever kids do with stuff. They're doing whatever they do with stuff. And so silver bits, it's so important. Now, back to the digital currency. Because I suspect that the global power elite want to transition us to this digital currency, I also roughly think they want to do it around 2030, because 2030 is when a lot of mandates, including the Britain has mandated the biometric ID requirement by 2030, and many other countries seem to be following in that. So I think 2030 is possibly a key year that they may be aiming for. Now, what does this have to do with silver? Well, when I research in history, I observe that every currency change that I can find information on has always been in the same manner that it occurs, whereby the new system is ready to go and even passed through the Congress and the other different people and or fraudulent politicians, as I like to often call them. And so in turn, they've got the new system ready to go and they crash the old system. And by crashing the old system, come on in, folks, you can come on in and he's just gonna film around you. If you wanna just come on right to the desk, we'd love to serve you. We're almost done too. So we have some customers walk in, and so we always like to make them feel comfortable that even if we're filming. So with that being said, they typically crash the current system in order to get people to beg for the new system. Rather than trying to force people to take the digital currency, they get people to beg for it. And that's what they did in 1907. They crashed the banking system in America, the private banks, and got people to beg for a new system that was federally insured and centrally regulated, such as the Federal Reserve System. People begged for it. Of course, it was ready to go, and they got it. And so now, as we get closer to this central bank digital currency, I would roughly predict that they're going to use the same technique, that they're going to crash the financial system. And that's why I see the silver price going up over the next 3 to 5 years. I see that a lot of things will be a reveal that occurs. And we see the price of silver, gold going up to a tremendous degree. Now in the short term, it could go down a little more. It could go up and down. There's probably gonna be a bunch of movements, but in the 5-year picture, I see the silver prices going astronomical. And so with that being said, people say, well, Dave, what do you see the silver price being? Well, that's a great question. It depends on when. If you said, well, Dave, what do you think for the end of 2026? I don't know. Could I see $200 silver at the end of 2026? If the silver price is $200, I won't be surprised. If the silver price is $300, I still won't be surprised. And if the silver price is $1,000 at the end of 2026, I still won't be surprised. But what will be the price of eggs and butter at that time? And if the silver price is $1,000, then I would suggest that eggs are probably gonna be like 90 bucks for a dozen. That butter might be like 40 bucks for a stick of butter. Now, you can invest in a lot of things. The problem with butter and eggs is stacking them on the shelf. They don't last that long. Silver and gold last forever. So when you're buying silver and gold, you may make gains in terms of dollars, but the best reason to stack the silver is to hold your hard-earned wealth, and that you're not losing the money. One good example of the inflation is that in 2000, how much did you pay for a house? An average house in the year 2000, probably around $200,000, right? Today, average house, 2025, $500,000. Now, did the value of houses go up? No, the purchasing power of the dollar went down. So if you had saved $200,000 in 2000, well, now it's worth 70% less. And so that's one of the reasons why it's great to have physical silver, because you're holding the value of that. So with that being said, I won't be surprised to see $1,000 silver. I won't be surprised to see thousands of dollars silver, but I also anticipate seeing other commodities be quite expensive as well, though I think silver may go up more percentage-wise than eggs and butter, and it stacks better. However, if you need to sell, sometimes people need to sell, and that's okay. If you need to get a roof job, or if you need some capital, or you want to go on a vacation, it's okay to sell your silver sometimes too, because sometimes it's nice to have the money to be able to do something with the money and enjoy yourself. So I like to save silver, but sometimes I like to go on a vacation. That's okay too. So we have folks that are sometimes buying from us, sometimes selling to us, and whether you want to buy or sell, let us serve you. Let us help you buy or sell. Let us help you get in or out or trade one thing for another thing. But if you're gonna stack and you want to accumulate some silver, we can help you with that. And I do think that there is an incredible opportunity before us to accumulate physical silver and to hold on to that hard-earned wealth. Don't lose the money by keeping it in dollars. And so with that, we're getting ready to close this video out. I do want to thank you again for watching and remind you to keep on stacking. Stack the silver. I'm Silver Dave. Stack it up. Oh yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, click the notification bell, like, share, comment. Tell us what you think. Where do you think the silver price is going by end of 2026? Are you buying more? Will you buy at 200? Will you buy it at 500? What's your numbers? What's your strategy? Let us know. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Hey, Dave.
What's that?
So I know you are working at our corporate headquarters and the new production facility, very busy, and some changes happened in the showroom. Did you notice we have even new and improved wooden flag signs behind you? And maybe you want to let the people know they are for sale and can be shipped.
So that's a great idea, Mike. So these wooden wall plaques, they're actually made by a customer that we have. We've got Keep Calm and Stack It Up. You got the Pine Tree Rebellion. You got Don't Tread on Me. And these are made by a guy who's a customer, and he's also just a really awesome guy. And you can buy them, we can ship them, you can pick them up in the store, you can support local, you can pay for them with silver. So, that's something to check out. And flag is for sale, inquire at the counter. That's what that sign means.
And also, if they have any questions whatsoever, you want to let them know that they can always email info@localsilvermint.com.
Yeah, you can always email info@localsilvermint.com. Any questions that you have, please feel free to give us a call. Also, don't be a stranger. Send us an email, give us a call, pop in. Is that it?
Yep.
You got any more?
That's all.
Okay, well, I guess that's Silver Dave signing off for now, reminding you to keep on stacking.